Welcome to Story Route Zero.
This is a podcast where friends gather to talk about the good, the bad, the ugly, and the strange worlds of video games. We often don't know where we're going, but that's half the fun. Come on the journey with us. Hit us up on Twitter at StoryRoute0. You can send us an email at StoryRoute0@gmail.com. That includes questions, concerns, comments, complaints, pet pics. Send us some recipes. Send us some stories about your day. We're going to listen.
Podcast, start your engines. We have liftoff. Let's have a journey.
Welcome to Story Route Zero, episode 46. Jeff's here, Matt's not. Matt's not here, Jeff's here again. Why is Jeff always on and Matt's not? Jeff equals Matt. Solved.
Or Matt hates me.
I didn't want to leave.
I didn't want to tell you
that.
to your face.
I mean, I didn't want to lead with that. It would have just been it couldn't have been worse than what I did, but it's like, welcome to Story Route Zero. Matt hates Jeff.
He has a new obsession on putting together Gundam models.
Right,
There we
so
go.
he quit video
Yes.
games, so he can't be on the show anymore.
Yeah.
Sure, he'll tell us all about it. I'm one of your hosts, Jason, and joining me as always, Michaela and Moose. How you
What's
guys
up?
doing?
Good. How are you?
And back for the, it's Jeff's
Many
back.
times.
He's
just
getting close to the double digits.
Yeah. He's like, why not? Stuck inside anyway.
That's right.
Might as well join these guys.
Well, we got some important things to talk about. Well,
That's
maybe
right.
y'all
We do.
have important things to talk about.
Three of us are going to talk. Moose will just listen.
Whoa,
Let's get another beer.
No, not to spoil anything, but
No
Moose
beer
played
till
a game-
birthday.
Moose played a
Oh.
game. Moose played a game that wasn't The Division. So, and it's a
Yes.
game he hasn't mentioned in. I don't think he's ever mentioned in Story Route Zero's history. So,
Yes.
So it's not Breath of the Wild then.
Nope.
Yes. It is not Breath of the Wild. Though I will talk about that. Anyways.
Jeff, how have you been?
Doing well. Survived the big 5-0 birthday. So that was fun. Just working, playing games, sleeping, eating. That's it.
Working.
Not much else new. Got the boy
Right.
coming home from college this weekend for Thanksgiving through Christmas and into the new year, and then so it'll be good to have him back around for a while.
That's good. Michaela,
Yes. I'm
how was
here.
your weekend?
It was good. I took a couple days off work for reasons we will talk about shortly. Actually, the past week, I actually had a good week. For the first time in recent memory, I had a fairly good week. Good things happened. No more additional bad news. I actually hit a big personal milestone last Thursday besides the PS5 coming out. I think I might have mentioned to at least a couple of you, I was working on losing weight this year. And I hit my goal weight last week.
All right.
Yes. I lost over 53 pounds since June.
Wow.
Congratulations.
That's awesome. Congratulations.
Because I was once upon a time an athlete, and then I became a desk worker.
And now you might be once again an athlete.
Backward
Or
athlete
at least mobile.
But yes, I did the thing this year. I wanted to, this year, everything we've done is just lose control over our daily lives. So I wanted to take control over something that I could, have the power over. And I did. So it's done. So I did that.
Congratulations. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Yes, congratulations.
Thank you. So weekend was good. That felt good to do that. Have a couple days off. hit that goal. My goal was to do it by the end of the year, so obviously well ahead of schedule. Tried not to watch football, but then watched a little football, and the Pats won.
Uh-oh, they
Somehow they beat the Ravens.
What?
I don't know how that happened besides colossal amounts of rain and bad luck for Lamar Jackson. I don't know. But yes, good weekend.
Moose?
Weekend was good. I had a week's vacation last week, which was nice. Got some yard work done. Got the leaves up for the fall, so that was done over like 2 days. That was a pain in the ass. And then just kind of chilled and played some games, video games. So it was a good vacation. It's nice. And the weekend was good. Weekend was good too.
I had my 7th anniversary last week.
Congratulations.
She's let me live that long.
Mhm. Shouldn't be like anniversary anymore. It's just be like survival day.
Yeah.
Happy 7th survival year.
It's like the annual Hunger Games marathon.
Yeah.
And Callie had a special day too, right?
Yes.
Callie turned 10.
Happy birthday.
She turned
Kat.
10 anywhere from November 1st to November something. We're not really sure. To be fair, she's a rescue. She was
Right.
born in November.
And you're
I
talking
think-
about one of your kids, right?
Yes.
She's a rescue.
Yeah.
Aria was a rescue.
Yeah, some strange man dropped her off and said, "Don't put water on her or feed her after midnight." No, yes, Callie turned 10. Surprised she is getting crazier by the day.
Well, she has to deal with your 2 daughters, so.
Fair, yeah. She's got a rough life. I watched some football. I couldn't watch the Notre Dame game because ABC was blacked out. It was the only channel.
Weird.
It was blacked out. And it was only blacked out during the Notre Dame game.
Who'd they play?
Probably.
Boston College.
That's probably why they're evil. I don't know.
Isn't it like if they sell out, they black out the game or something like that? Or
No.
what is
I don't
what
know.
is
It's
it?
weird. Notre Dame usually has a contract with NBC, so maybe it was something with BC, and I don't know.
Usually, I'm like surprised. Maybe like if I have trouble watching a game like a BC game or something, it's because it's on that stupid ACC network that the whole
Yeah.
Northeast doesn't get.
Yeah, that's true.
And then I'm not going to gloat about it because I couldn't really watch the Giants game because it was just bad. They won, but
The whole
did
thing
anyone
was
really
bad.
win? Did anyone really win?
I
No,
think everyone lost.
I think like they should just stop. That whole division should just stop playing and just call it and just
I'm okay
just-
with that. I usually don't give up on any of my teams, but I'm calling for the entire NFC East. Guys, just stop.
Yeah,
You're
it's
like-
embarrassing.
Just watching the games are just like, this is bad.
And it's
This
so
is-
bad because like you're like, okay, like maybe someone could like win multiple games in the division to actually take the division lead. Nope. Eagles can't do that. Like I think y'all have lost a couple of the division and won like 1 or 2 maybe or something. It's bad. It's real bad. And the Eagles
Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah.
And then, as you know, we're selling our house. So the wife asked me to clean the bathroom and the grout on the bathtub. And I was cleaning it for about 20, 25 minutes. Foot fell asleep because I was basically sitting on it. So I went to pull myself up and managed to pull the entire dish tray tile clear from the wall.
Oh my
Oh.
God. Oh no.
Luckily, being in a condo and they built all these condos at the same time, they use shitty material, so the tile came out cleanly because it
Oh my-
wasn't attached to anything really.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
Luckily, we had a guy come today, fixed it, patched it up. We're good. But it was like, great. We're gonna show the place, and there's a hole in the wall. Yeah. And that was about it. And then gaming news. My Name is Mayo comes out Tuesday, 2 days
My
ago
Name
from
is
when we
Mayo
record.
too?
So we're done.
You mean My Name is Mayo 2?
Yes. My Name is Mayo 2.
I was going to say, My Name is Mayo has been out for a while, and we both have both plats on that for a long while.
For those wondering, yes, it's in 4K, 8K, 60 FPS on the PS5.
Are there even
Ray
60
tracing?
frames in that game?
Ray tracing.
Yep, ray tracing.
Actually,
That-
this one, if you beat it, it actually takes the platinum from the first one away from you.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I'm buying it then. If that's the case, I want that off my scrub my profile.
That's funny.
No, we do have big gaming news, but did anyone play anything on last gen?
Played Mortal Shell for like a day.
Yeah,
Moose played all the last gen games.
It was like 1 week ago. It's like, did anyone play a retro console?
Yes, I played last gen games.
I know Moose did. I'm not poking. Did anyone play? Because I know Michaela and Jeff both played the current gen. Did you play anything leading up to that point?
Yeah, I did. I think I was still playing it last time I was on the show, but got back to Ghost Recon Wildlands on the PS4, so been chomping away at that, and still liking it a lot. Glad I went back to it. It's the Ubisoft game formula that I know and love. Also had started, completed, and platinumed Watch Dogs Legion on PS4
Nice.
in a week and a half.
Congratulations.
I
I
chugged
have
through
all the
that
platinums.
sucker. Yeah, it was fantastic. Everything I wanted from a Watch Dogs game. Liked it just as much, if not more, than the other two. And the whole premise of being able to play as any character in the game was really cool. A little bit strange, like you do get to see a little bit behind what the secret sauce is made of the longer you play it. But yeah, and I didn't have any issues that other gamers were talking about. Obviously, I played it on the PS4, so I think that was the platform it had the least amount of bugs or issues with. From my point of view, even the voice acting that was all AI driven that people were complaining about was not robotic for me. Granted, obviously the lip syncing was a little off, but didn't have any of that kind of Siri style speech that other people were complaining about. Yeah, straightforward platinum. Really loved it. Looking forward to seeing what they're going to do next in another 8 years. I can move on to, well,
No,
that
you
was what
wait.
I played on
Wait,
PS4.
wait. Just hold it.
Snap.
Hold it.
Hold it.
Whoa, don't get aggressive.
Moose
Michaela?
can go, and then he can take his nap.
I know. Maybe fire up Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, for me, last gen, I ignored my poor Switch this week, so no more Ori, but I did play another day or so of like Mortal Shell, but now I'm not going to touch that game till after I beat what I am currently playing, because thematic overlap makes it weird to go back and forth. So probably will end up restarting Mortal Shell if I can't remember where I am, because I get very easily lost in that game and just step in a lot of bear traps.
That's not good.
There is a lot of bear traps, like a lot. You'd think, oh, there's one here. There's one. No, there's like 5. There's 5 in one spot. It's like, who did this? Like, this doesn't even make sense. No bear would step in all 5 of these, but I will.
That's what it is. They're like
Taking one
"These
for the
aren't-
bear.
These aren't bear traps.
I'm not smarter than your average bear, so. But yeah, that was it. I did not have much time for gaming for like the first half of last week, because I was busy rearranging the house more or less to get ready for everything else. I did a lot of like cleaning stuff out. Like I put together like bags of donations of clothes and stuff like that too. So it was very much a organizational part for the first week. So it was just a teeny bit of Mortal Shell. That was it.
Nice.
Moose, what you playing?
How long you got? So I had this last week off, and I found a new build. I think I talked about it last time I was on in Division 2. It's a shield. It's a face tank build. I've told Jeff about it. Pretty much, there's a backpack in the game that every time you kill somebody, you get bonus armor. And then there's a set that all the damage you take, the set returns 20% of that as armor to you. And so basically you just, like, you can stand in front of guys with miniguns and just, they can shoot the hell out of you, and you're just like shooting them in the face. And I've never noticed the detail on enemy NPCs until you're standing a foot away from them. So it's actually pretty cool because you get to like be up close and personal with them and see like all the crap they're wearing and whatnot. And I will advise, do not shoot the grenade bags with the build because that's not fun. The guy, Muffins, the one I play Division 2 with, he seems to do that a lot, and I have to warn him. I'm like, don't shoot the bags, don't shoot the grenade bags, just don't do it. Otherwise, I was like, you got to shoot them when they're further away from you. But anyways, so I played so much of that last week that I got burnt out. We did beat the summit. So I don't know if I talked about that. I don't think I beat it the last time. So we played through 100 levels. The summit, in my opinion, I feel levels 1 through 99 are fun. Level 100 is just a whole lot of stupidity. It's like they ran out. Like, the problem is the stage is set up where you get off the elevator and you step into a little lobby. So you're in the lobby and you're hanging out and you're chilling. And then everybody goes up to the door, and everybody has to be in front of the door for it to ready up. And it'll do a countdown. Like if you're going to the next section in a mission, like it does like a 28-second countdown. And then otherwise it'll just move everybody, whether you're ready or not. And so once you open the door, there's like 6 freaking rogue agents just ready to, like, they one-shot you. Even with my face tank build, it's like insta-kill. So my problem with it is you don't even see the room that you're supposed to fight them in until after you spent 30 minutes in that little lobby room picking them off as they try and come through the doorway. So you're throwing down shock traps. You got a guy you got riot foam. And then you got a person like me who runs with the Banshee. So you hit them with the Banshee when they come through the door or when they hit the shock trap. Then you got the guy that's hitting them with the riot foam. And then you're just trying to melt their armor as fast as you can. And I say it's lame because that's a stupid design. I feel like it's a lazy design. Like that's the way to fight. That's the way to fight them. Like you don't actually get to go in the room and use tactics to fight them. Like you just have to funnel them through a doorway and like whittle their armor down. Like that's not fun. That's not good design. That's lazy and it's stupid game design. But anyways, Muffins is like, I want to run. He's like, I might run summon. I'm like, I think I'd rather shove a pencil in my ear and go to the ER. Okay. I'm like, it just drives me crazy. The good thing though,
pain, do it yourself.
Well, we were on heroic. We were one less than the highest level difficulty, and we had directives on too, which makes it even harder. And the good thing about the summit is if you're farming gear, you can actually pick the gear that drops. So I was trying to make it's called the Foundry set. That's the face tank set. I was trying to make it better. And so I just put that on and it's like candy. Jason. It's like the legendaries when you kill like a boss, like it just rains down and you're just like, oh, piece of candy. Oh, I got to go over there and get that, you know? And so I'm kind of getting, my gear has gotten better going from floor 1 to 100 because I initially had the build and then basically was able to make it better. So now my character's pretty good. I told him, I said, I'm not going back to it until tomorrow night, which is when the last bounty for the season 3 manhunt comes out, and then we're gonna run the table on that and then get ready for season 4, which will be 3 weeks from tomorrow, or 4 weeks maybe, whatever. Yeah, 3 weeks, because they give us 2 weeks, actually all 3 weeks for the manhunt, but the first 2 weeks we get the league, and then the last one we get a world event, which it'll be interesting to see what they throw at us. But I'm ready for season 4. And then I'm also getting closer to hitting 1,000 Shade Tech level, which is the max level before you just stop getting points. Like, you know, like the Paragon points in Diablo 3, like they could keep going. Like these stop at after 1,000. You've maxed out all 16 of the stats you can put them in, and then you just basically get scavenger. So you either get money or you get materials. And so I'm getting closer to that. I maxed out 3 of them, so I'm just past 750, which is insane. But and I also, yeah, I like doubled Muffin's experience for the week, which has never happened. I had over like 100 million clan experience for the week because I just played nonstop. It was like, get up in the morning, hey, you want to play Muffins? Yeah, let's go. And we just hop on and just freaking just be. It's because the build is so much fun. Like I was really getting bored with the True Patriot Pestilence build that I had, so it was nice to have a new build. And I had the equipment to just start it right off the bat. Like there's a couple exotics that's why you hold on to exotics and gear set pieces. So I was able to build the same thing that he had, and I modified mine a little bit differently. He went with critical hit chance. I went with critical hit damage because he had a better build on his weapons to have critical hit chance. So he just wanted to maximize that. And so anyways, played Division 2 and then...
Oh, hold on. 2 weeks ago, you said, I didn't really play Division 2 and then talked about it. This time, I hyped you up and then you went right for it. Next time, I'm just not going to say you did anything else and let people be surprised.
All right. What do you want me to do, man? I wanted to wait to the end to talk about the last game that I played.
No, it's cool. I can't wait till you get a PS5, go over to games, scroll down to the Division, and it shows the time played, and you pass out from fear.
I wish they would push that to the PS4 so we could know now.
I'll have to tell y'all what the time played is. It's just, it's insane. But anyways, so after that, I got worn out. I stopped playing like Friday or something. I was just like, I can't anymore. So I started playing Breath of the Wild again. So I have a Japanese account for the Japanese SNES and Nintendo Classic games. And then also so I can have a second, playthrough of the game, because Nintendo lives in 1995 when you can't have more than one save file on Breath of the Wild. So I actually just went in and just started a new game and completely deleted it and start from scratch. And I was actually pretty far. I had all 4 Divine Beasts beat and was just collecting shrines and stuff. And I was like, I want to do this again. So, because I needed a chill game. Like, I was like, I can't, Division 2, I just want to relax. And I did have Spider-Man Miles Morales downloaded on Friday, but I didn't play that until Saturday. So I played it for like 3 hours, I think. And then I went outside and polished off the end of the leaves, which was fine because we had one tree where the leaves did not fall. And then Thursday, it was a torrential downpour here and all the leaves fell. And so I had to wait till it dried out a little bit before I could rake them up. And so played some Spider-Man Miles Morales on PS4. It's a lot of fun. I like the new power. I also have lost touch with Spider-Man, so it's gonna be a lot of fun trying to get back into it, like the combos and the dodging and all that stuff. And I'm just like, I'm trying to be too aggressive because I've been playing Division 2, and you need to be aggressive with the face tank build. And so I'm just like, I gotta train my brain not to like try and keep attacking stuff. I need to like learn to like dodge when Spidey sense is going off and stuff. So, anyways, I like the characters. I like the environment, the story. I like it's in Harlem, right? He moved from Brooklyn to Harlem, right? Spoilers, but anyways, yeah. So I like the Harlem setting. It's really cool. I like what they did with. Actually, never mind. I can't really say that because that's kind of spoilers. But anyways, it is a lot of fun. I highly recommend it if you liked the first Spider-Man. This one is a blast, and like I said, the added power that Miles has is really cool and adds a really cool aspect to the combat. So yeah, I definitely recommend picking it up. So I mean, Matt and I talked about it, and we were both like, we could either play the hell out of it now, or like we'll probably won't. By the time we get a PS5, we won't even be thinking about playing it. And so we were just like, let's just get it on PS4 so we can play it and enjoy it and see where it lands on the Game of the Year list. And it's definitely on there. We'll just see how high it goes because I have to play more of it. But anyways, yes, definitely recommend it. And that is pretty much it. No. Oh, Wildlands. I played some
That whole
Wildlands.
thing, I'm going to have to go back and edit the whole damn... It's like, why
No. I played some Ghost Recon Wildlands because like you and Jeff have been playing about it, and I was like, wow, all right, Ladybug. This is why I hate when my wife puts the plants in the house. But anyways,
What?
There was a ladybug crawling on me. Like I was like, what was that? Anyways, so I like you guys were talking about it, and I'm like, I still need to play that game. So I fired it up. I started a new character, and then Jeff was in the party. What was that? Maybe Sunday, I think it was, or maybe Saturday. I don't know. I can't remember which day it was. But like, just like, here, go get this sniper rifle. And so I watched the video, and I went and got the sniper rifle, and I've been having a blast ever since. So just shooting helicopters out of the sky is a lot of fun. Yeah.
You don't have to lie. Ladybug's your Ghost Recon code name.
No, I'm dead serious. See it? See it? There it goes. It just flew.
I was listening. It was just showed a ladybug.
It's all right. The cat will get it.
Is that it?
Yeah. Dark
So-
Souls 3 PvP.
So
Now that's it.
We got a new system launched this week.
How's that Xbox Series X, guys? Anyone?
Crickets.
No one? Okay.
Crickets. So I think Jeff got his first on.
He did. He totally won the race.
I didn't know it was an arms race.
Apparently it was.
It was. You're muted, Jeff.
Jeff, you're muted.
Yes. Thank you. I have to publicly thank Michaela for doing an extra pre-order, and then I have to also publicly thank Moose for declining the offer to buy Michaela's PS5 so that I could get it.
You're welcome, sir.
Glad it went to a friend. That's all I cared about.
Right,
I didn't want to re-release it to Amazon and be like, I trust you with this to get it
Right,
to somebody who actually games and not some fucking hawker.
Not some bot that's gonna buy like 30 of them and sell them for like insane prices. Yeah.
It was like Monday night. I got the notification. It was like 3 blocks away at the FedEx facility.
Yeah,
And
yours
I'm
was
like,
the closest.
I'm waiting, and then Jeff sends me a picture of the FedEx driver from his window. I'm like, no!
Nice.
Yeah.
And then I kept looking out the window at dinner time, and I saw FedEx pull up, and I like jumped up and ran. The guy didn't even have me sign it. He goes, "Enjoy." It's like, how many have you delivered today?
I wonder if he knew what it was.
Why are all these boxes the same shape?
Identical. Oh.
Yeah, and I'm certainly glad they did, because just hearing now, like, well, potentially there's going to be more around Black Friday, but I keep hearing reports that Sony says, "Yep, that's all we got, folks. We're done for the year." It's like, what?
Yeah. It's a bit ridiculous.
Yeah, and it's bleeding over into the accessories now. You can get controllers pretty easily, but forget about the media remote or the official controller charger. Those things are like, Amazon says January is the back order date. I was like, great. So we'll see on that. But.
We do have to, size matters, so we have to talk about the size of this giant console. Holy hell.
Yeah. It is a bit it's like a small micro PC basically. It makes the PS4 Pro look like a little tiny guy.
I think I'm about 3 PS5s tall.
There you go. That's a good way to say it. Yeah, it's
nice.
It's big, but I mean, I don't know. So many people don't like the design. I like it. I think it looks cool. I like they went with just not a, box.
Yeah, like an
Xbox. They took some chances with the PS4 with the diagonal front on it, and I thought that was cool. And now they've got swooping curves, and that's cool. And probably a lot of the design was around making airflow, appropriately. And I think it's great that the panels pop off, and hopefully Sony does the right thing after suing that third-party company and actually makes their own customizable panels for sale, not at $100 a pop, but
it'd be nice to see if there's like IP themed ones like God of War, some Bloodborne, or
I can see collector's editions coming, like, oh, you get the steel book and the digital soundtrack and the plates or something like that.
Right. Yeah. They don't have to do a whole system, just do the plates, and maybe have the stickers inside to make the black part on the front if you have it, facing out to you.
They'll
like
probably
have something
sell
on
both.
there. Yeah. I mean, they could, but that would still be awesome. You could buy either version. So
yeah. Like the only thing with, if you do the whole system, you could probably customize the middle part too, and not just the plates.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Have like for God of War the runes light up.
That would be dope.
That would be dope.
I do. Speaking of the system, before we get into like, I do like the accessibility of the ports. I feel the USB ports are not set in, so they're easily, you could plug things like the charging cable, like the HDMI cables for that port, like everything. And it doesn't feel cluttered. I feel on older systems, everything's so close together, and like, especially when you're like on your TV stand reaching behind, you're like, which one's which?
Yeah. Also, speaking of that diagonal on the PS4, it like creates like a roof around all the ports in the back that you have to bring into. So no issue with that.
I hate that.
Yeah. Also, quick question. Wait, before we go any further, up, down. How's everybody's PS5 doing? Up or down?
Horizontal, yeah.
You guys are both. Mine's vertical.
See, if I had one, it'd be vertical. Yeah, because that thing is behemoth. Both directions.
My TV's wall mounted, so that if it was vertical, it'd be.
Well, maybe in the new house it could be vertical.
It could be. Maybe I'll just mount it on the wall. Yeah. Put them all like those. You see all those like the fancy game rooms. They have them all like mounted in a display.
It's got a shadow box.
And then you turn it on. Sweet music. Very easy setup. I don't think I was expecting it to be difficult, but like it really. I like the whole. So Moose, when you get to scan your PlayStation app right up to the screen, there's a barcode and it signs you in.
Really?
Yeah,
That's pretty badass. I like that.
like it says like click settings, go to sign into PS5, and then the code pops up and you just scan it on the screen and it's like setting up. And I was like, what?
Nice. Very cool.
And while it's setting up, it'll be like, do you have any games you want to install? And it'll start installing games and your media apps while you're going through the system setup and all that stuff.
Oh, nice. Very nice.
Before you do the initial firmware update that you got to do the day one launch patch essentially for the console. Something else I really liked, because something I am very much keeping an eye on this gen. I think it's a big goal for the whole industry. That some people are starting to take baby steps towards, and Sony and their first-party studios are among those baby steppers. The text-to-speech immediately during the system setup, you can have everything on the screen read to you.
Nice.
Awesome.
I like that. That's very cool. Very nice. That's some
And then you get to handle the controller while it's installing. If the controller feels good, I really like. I mean.
It's bigger
I'm
than
always
the DualShock 4, right?
I'm always wary of a new control because it's like you're so used to. I mean, God knows how many hours I have on the PS4, and to pick up a new controller, but it feels really natural.
It's a good controller.
And none of us played it, but I saw a video of people playing Call of Duty. The trigger actually vibrates as you hold down when you're shooting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Razzie. I think it was Razzie was saying like every single gun has a different, vibration feeling to it.
Insane. And then we got to the games. PS5 games first. I know Michaela installed Demon Souls immediately.
Yes.
Me and Jeff though went with Astro's Playroom.
Yes.
I played that too. I played a little bit of everything that I got. Demon Souls, Astros, and Spider-Man.
Astro definitely was a big surprise. And I know Jeff did. I loved Astro's Playroom. This was so cool.
Yeah.
It's basically a tech demo for the PS5 and the DualSense. Is essentially what it is.
Yeah, but I think they made it feel more like a game.
Yeah, it's also a love letter to Sony fans too.
Right. Yep, for sure.
It was cool. Jeff kept pointing out because he was a little ahead of me the different peripherals. And it's like, what was that? I don't remember that thing.
Yeah. It was just so joyous to play that game. I mean, not only all the different sensory things they added to show off the capabilities of the controller, but just the nods to all the different Sony property games throughout everything, and the nods to all the hardware history, and all the way to the very end, they had nods going on, it was awesome. Super easy platinum. I think I started it at 5:00, and by 8:30 a.m. the next day I had the platinum. And that's with 8 hours of sleep. So, yeah, definitely awesome game, and makes me want to go back to the Astrobot Rescue mission on PSVR for sure.
Yeah.
I have one gripe about Astro's Playroom.
Right.
And it is a gripe that does not apply to anyone else in this chat here. You can't invert the camera.
Become normal, like a normal human being,
No!
Michaela.
I refuse. I am a backwards human being, and I'm staying that way. But also, to be fair, I have not beaten the game, but I did attempt the game, and I shouldn't have.
Uh-oh.
I was very drunk. You can't invert the thing, so it didn't go particularly well on my first attempt at it.
I could imagine. I mean,
So
Yeah, some of the motion controls I would think would be somewhat difficult when you're not at your full capability.
No.
Yet alone not invert it like you needed to.
So I started in the PS2 world, the SSD Speedway, and it's the one where you have those two sections with like the little rocket thingy you gotta fly, like with the triggers and uninverted and inebriated. Nuh-uh.
So you know about and this wouldn't apply probably because if the game doesn't support it, but the PS5 in the settings allows you to automatically set the y-axis to inverted, and if the game supports it, automatically flips it on.
Yeah.
Ooh.
But no luck in Astros, and I really do need both. I hate games that only invert the Y as well. I've been in that situation. I need the X as well, just because totally flipped up brain.
Weirdo.
I blame Japanese games from 20 years ago because that's how they were made, and that's what I learned. Except for like fixed camera games, obviously, which were much more popular PS1, PS2 days. Was very happy though. The first Easter egg I found was the Buster Sword because I started in the PS2 world and it's right off to the left when you start, pretty much.
Oh, nice.
I have not beaten that yet. I don't know if I will go for the platinum. It is very difficult.
See, you even speak inverted. You said right off to the left.
I have a creative mind. It's beautiful in the way that it doesn't work.
It's really not a hard platinum.
No, it's not. I looked at the trophy list and I was popping some of the dumb stuff like punch the logo and stuff like that.
What's cool though is obviously this was intended because it's what they loaded. There's trophy tips for every trophy. But what's cool is the trophies aren't like, you know, when you look up a trophy tip online and like, I love Power Picks, I love PS5 trophies, but sometimes you can't find the spot in the video. These videos, I know Sony intended to do it this way. If, say, you find 3 of the 4 puzzle pieces in the world, it knows which puzzle piece you're missing. So the video will only show you the missing one and not So like if you start the world and load the trophy list, it'll show all 4 puzzle pieces. But say you find the first, second, and fourth, it knows what you've done. And it just shows that video clip, which I thought was so cool. And then me and Jeff actually tried out while playing Astro, the picture-in-picture.
Yep.
I shared mine, and Jeff was able to have mine pinned while he played. And like, it was cool because we're both playing. I'm like, where is this? And like Jeff would be like, no, turn around. And it's like, there wasn't a delay really. It was
right. Yeah.
It was pretty close to real time. I'd say it's better than Twitch with the delay. It was almost non-existent.
Oh, wow.
And he was able to go, turn around right now. And I was able to immediately find what he was saying.
Yep.
Very cool.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. And that will come in handy because Jason quite often asks me things about games that I've played, usually about 3 or 4 days after I've done it. And, you know, my aging brain is like, what? I don't even remember that at all.
What is this game you speak of?
Right. And now you can show me and I'll be like,
And speaking of trophies, the screenshot and the videos are so cool. I'm going to be spoiled now. Anyone who puts out a PS5 trophy guide for any game, if you don't include the whole video, you're doing it wrong. The game built it in for you.
Right.
Like it works really well, like with where it starts from and where, like right after your trophy. And it's like, this is great. Like what's cool is like you could send it to them. Like if one of you were, how'd you get this trophy? I could send you the video of mine. Which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Just the create button in general has been great too. So obviously that's automated, but the create button, usually the share button on the PS4 will just capture your last 15 minutes of gameplay or whatever. Now you can start a recording, you can capture previous, you can edit photos like in the share, like even after you take the picture, you can go edit the photos in like the file so even if the game it doesn't provide the software for a photo mode in itself, you still have some basic editing tools.
That's cool. It's
nice. Not just organized by game folders anymore. You can favorite photos to save them for later. It is great. I love the improvements, and I'd be curious to see if they keep improving on that create functionality. I haven't done anything with like the streaming stuff. I don't know how the native streaming is yet. I'm assuming it's good, but at least as far as capture.
Sorry.
I knew I shouldn't have said it, but I literally was like looking at you while I was getting ready to say it. But yes, no, the create capture function, great so far. And I like that there's also huge pet peeve of mine with the PS4, because the Switch doesn't do this, nothing else does this. When you hit the share button and you save a screenshot, like you get that notification that comes up in the top left on a PS4. And if you wanted to take another screenshot right after, that stupid notification is going to be in it. And it's very annoying. That doesn't happen anymore. You can take that screenshot and another one and another one and another one. No notifications that will get caught in the screen thing. You get a little, you can actually take the screenshot and close the window before it's saved, and it will give you a little ping that it saved the screenshot. It's great. Awesome. Very fluid.
Can you not turn that notification off that you saved the screenshot?
You
I
can.
think you can.
Mine's off, but no, but
you have to like turn them all off. Yeah.
If you don't have
it's like all or nothing. It's not like
and if you don't have sound on,
well, you can also mute notifications on this thing too. Like you can just go to your little taskbar at the bottom and hit. No, I'm going on mute for now.
And if you don't have sound on or you're in a party chat, you can't hear it. So
yeah.
PS4 is a little annoying with that setting right there. They fixed it. Wish they'd fixed it on the PS4. There's no reason not to.
And then, understandably, since the system was so expensive, Jeff played another free game.
Yep, went into them Bugsnax. Almost done with it. Having a really good time.
Hard?
Nope, pretty straightforward.
You think you'll be able to get that pretty quickly too? Look at you, man! 3 plats within like a month. if you knock it out.
I'm trying to catch up to Jason. He's only like 50 ahead of me.
We gave up on that race a long time ago.
49 now because you got Watch Dogs, so it's 49's the gap.
Yeah, so it's fun. It's also really charming. It's very, the characters are very Muppet-esque. The writing is great. Lots of great jokes. The whole premise of just, eating bugs that look like food and then turning into food is bizarro. But hey, it came from the developer that created Octodad. So, I mean, it's,
Wasn't that a launch title for the PS4 as well? So that's pretty cool that they have, or it was close. It had to be close, wasn't it? I don't know.
I can't remember 3 days ago, so you.
Jeff can't remember 3 minutes ago. To the Googles, but that's pretty cool. It seems like a really interesting game. I mean, what's nice is just like PS4 with PS3. Like you're not locked out of being able to pick up the free games on PS5. So I nabbed it. So I'll be looking forward to checking it out when I get my PS5.
Yeah, definitely. It's to some degree, it's like a puzzle game. Or it's a collecting / puzzle game / just like kind of fun narrative driven adventure game. It's got a bunch of different biomes to explore, tons and tons of Bugsnax to find, and some come out during the day, some come out at night, some come out when it rains, and that type of thing. And there's different ways that you need to, different tools you get to figure out how to capture all of them. Obviously, there's a trophy for capturing all every single type of Bugsnax. There is, I guess, basically from what PowerPix is saying in the trophy guide, there is a scenario where you could possibly miss picking up 2 Bugsnax. They're both during kind of like when you're fighting these legendary Bugsnax. If you forget to do it, you could possibly miss it, and those fights aren't retriggerable. So, but I can't see how anybody would really miss it. You just get so ingrained with what you need to do when you see something that's stunned on the ground. You're just running up to it and trying to swipe it with your net and get it. So yeah, definitely recommend it. Even if you don't have a PS5 now, do like what Moose did, go buy it, add it to your collection, so that I mean you got plenty of time. It's going to be in the PS Plus collection up until late January or end of December or something. It's 2 months instead of one, but
Yeah, it'll be a while.
Make sure you get the PS5 one because you can buy the PS4 version, but it's $25.
I did not know there was a PS4 version. That's
showed
pretty
up
cool.
it showed up in the app. There's a PS4 version, which is not free.
yeah, it's cool.
That's weird because when I went to pick up the PS5 version, when I searched Bugsnax on the PSN website on the browser, the PS4 version didn't even come up. PS5 version, it went right to the PS5 version and said add to library. I was like, okay, yes, that's exactly what I wanted to do. So I didn't even know there was a PS4 version. So weird. Maybe they added it later that day or something. I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah, it's possible. It's on there now. It says PS4, PS5 with a price, so you have to go to the PS Plus version.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, then I'll probably go on to, let's see, what else free can I play before I'm going to see how long I can delay playing Spider-Man. Yeah, probably on to Spider-Man after that. It's either that or Sackboy, so.
Heard good things about Sackboy.
Yes.
Yeah, I've heard great things so far.
Yeah, so probably Spider-Man just to mix it up a little bit. I can't take too many cutesy games in a row. I gotta beat something up.
He's got to beat something up or murder somebody.
Spider-Man doesn't murder anyone.
It's like Bugsnax to Spider-Man to
sniping people in the jungle.
Yeah.
With Wildlands.
And then to Sackboy, and then to Demon Souls.
Yeah.
Gotta keep it hot and cold, hot and cold.
Spider-Man's like the A-team of comics. Nobody dies. There's lots of explosions, but nobody dies.
You can throw people off buildings, though. They just miraculously don't die. They get netted.
No, they revealed it in the PS4, and I checked it in the PS5 version. If you kick someone off a building and then look, they are webbed to the wall.
Yeah, they are. But you never see the web get shot.
No.
I did it earlier.
Yeah.
I kicked someone off a building. No web was fired. The dude did not die.
Yep.
Deus Ex Spiderweb.
Well, before we go into Michaela, how about the user interface for the PS5? It is leap years ahead of the PS4, what they've done.
Yeah.
My only gripe is the library. I spent probably way too many hours hiding all the free games and like demos. Everything's in the library now in the PS5. It doesn't matter what was hidden. It's all there.
Yeah.
I have like 4 copies of Neo, all those alpha tests. Why?
Yeah.
No, but it's cool because you can look at everything installed, PlayStation Plus. It also sorts it automatically by source. So like it'll list your PS5 and then your external. So it'll sort the 2 sets of installs in there, which is kind of cool. And then the store is basically integrated, as we saw with that reveal, but it does work that way. You go right to it and view product, and you can check all the add-ons right there. And it's so much better than if you remember the PS4, like a game like Gran Turismo or anything where there's like 1,000 add-ons. You click add-on, loads the store, add, go back. Like this is like hit add to library. It's instant. Move to the next one.
Yep.
And game sharing is so much easier. And with the added benefit of you don't have to, like I don't have to tell Jeff, I'm logging on, don't log on yet. You can actually log on to the other user at this, even if they're on, to download.
Nice.
Doesn't kick them off. Yeah. Now the one downside, of course, is that now with game sharing, Jason and I can't hide anything from each other like a normal married couple would.
Well, like Jeff just bought Sackboy, and I found out he didn't even have to push it to my system. It showed up in the app.
Yeah. So what happens is if Jason downloads anything to his PS5, or if I download anything to mine, both of our phones show the install complete notification.
Yeah, which
So
is
it's like,
kind of weird
yeah,
because it's not ready to play on mine, but it
Yeah.
shows it is.
Yep. So yeah, the couple of weird things. Well, number one, obviously the cards are just a little bit overwhelming in the beginning. You know, it tries to jumble a lot of the things. You're playing a game, you hit the PlayStation button on your controller, the cards pop up. And for the most part, the first couple are pretty relevant. You know, if you're in the middle of doing a series of missions for a character, say, for example, in Bugsnax, you're doing that, it'll tell you what percentage completion you have of that character's side quest storyline, which is neat. And then it has a bunch of trophy cards. Going into the trophies section is also cardified, which I find a little bit cumbersome. I prefer to have just the vertical list rather than the horizontal cards, because you have to like go into each card, and then if it's a hidden trophy, you've got to like press another button to have another menu pop up, and then click a button to see the text.
Yeah, it's not just square anymore. You got to hit like the options.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I think you can
Yeah.
still get a vertical trophy list though, just not from the cards. You'd have to go out to the home screen and
Yeah, I think if you go into your
trophies.
profile and then hit trophies from there, you could see
Yep.
it that way, which is fine. You can no longer hold down the PlayStation button to have the menu pop up to put your PlayStation to sleep, which is weird.
What do you have to do to put it to sleep?
Yeah,
have
Just hit it once.
so you push it and a menu comes up with all your icons, and you have to go to the power button.
Which is all the way to the right.
but
on the
it
left.
well, no, it's to the right, but Jeff found out you go to the left though, it scrolls.
Yeah, if you go to the left, your
So you
cursor
can-
pops up over on the right. So you don't have to go out. You don't have to keep tap, 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 tap. It's like, right. It's a little bit better, but
I
it's,
hate you.
not quite as good.
But also, in your profile, and I mentioned before, you can view your game time, and it's the life of so it goes back.
I don't know
to-
how accurate it is though.
So
Some of them I question.
no, so it's confusing because I think that's up to the developer too. Some games that were like Ghost of Tsushima shows as nothing for me, but if I scroll because it's loading the Legends update, but if I scroll down further, it shows my platinum, and it says 6. So I have 2 versions. It's showing if there's plus editions, PS Plus editions, or major updates that are considered like a new version of the game. I mean, it could also not be completely accurate, but like my Borderlands one said 263. I thought it was like 140. So I
Yeah,
was like,
the
son
one
of
I
a bitch.
questioned was, so I mean most of them look kind of like, I looked at my Ghost of Tsushima plat because I never knew exactly how long that took me, so I was curious. But AC Odyssey seems incredibly off for me because I attempted that game twice. I've told this story before. I attempted the game the first time at launch, hit a like all ending, had to hard shut down my console bug, and then left it alone, and then came back to it this year and started playing it again. And then my external hard drive fried, so I stopped playing it a second time. It's been cursed. And my first save file, because that's one where it tells you how long you've been playing in your save file. And my first save file, I'm pretty sure was close to 80 hours. And my second one, I know for a fact, was right around 20 hours. So I should have about 100 hours in the game. And it says 73.
Weird.
I'm also wondering if it somehow pulled, like if you
Maybe
went
it's because of the external hard drive issue I had. I don't know.
or say you were playing a game and you then, I don't know, went to go make coffee, went idle, your controller went off. I wonder if since it's hard set into the system, it actually stopped the counter. If you went into rest, like if you went into Netflix and it suspended the app, because sometimes the app game counters won't do that because it's just in a different app. And I wonder if it took that into account. But
I have no
but
idea.
also another theory is that's an Ubisoft game. So
A good point. I stopped playing it the first time because it was literally going to break my console. So.
But it is kind of cool to see, like, my Astro playroom time was 4 hours, which is what they said would be the platinum. But yeah, and the system, I think it just takes time to get used to. The cards are, but the resume feature is kind of cool but it only works in certain games. So it worked in Astro. I don't know if you tried it, Jeff or Michaela. You could jump to different worlds if you've been to them, right from the. It works in Sackboy from the video apparently. Borderlands shows multiple cards. It does not work. It just brings you into the game where you are.
Yep.
It won't fast travel for you or start. So it's weird. It's like it's trying to, like the system wants these activities, but it doesn't work right.
Yeah, it's probably because last gen. I think going forward, more games that are designed for the PlayStation this gen will work with it. Last gen, it'll be up to the developer to push an update, like if they're doing like a PS5 version of their game, whether or not they implement that, because I imagine that's got to be some work to do all the card stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And then, of course, if it's like a not designed, like if it's a multi-plat game and maybe Xbox has the primary rights, then, going forward, it might not have that support necessarily on Sony as well, unless they have a dedicated person on their development team making it.
It might make it part of the certification. You have to have the cards in there for it to be certified to go.
Yeah,
gold.
you
could see
probably
it
have to
being
have the
more
cards for
optional.
the trophies, but you might not need the cards for like the jump to activity thing.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
And also, it doesn't work well with some games.
Yeah, like Demon Souls, you shouldn't be able to fast travel to like, let's go back to this trophy and be like, boop, in the middle of the level.
Speaking of Demon Souls, what have you been playing, Michaela?
Instead of streaming.
I've been playing some stuff. So obviously we went over, I played a little Astros. I'll save the big one for last. I played a little Astros. We went through my struggles. I started today just because I wanted to get a feel for it before talking to you guys because I knew a lot of people were playing it. I started Spider-Man. I played a couple hours, maybe like 2, maybe 3 hours tops. So I didn't get super far. But I am very much enjoying that. I platinumed the original Spider-Man, but didn't go back for any of the DLCs. So I played a decent amount. I think it was like 40 to 50 hours of the original game, but I had completely forgotten the controls in the interim because it's been a minute. Yeah. So I was like, I remember how to swing. That is it. So yeah, it's getting a little reacquainted. Now I'm just kind of at the part where you're through like the funnel at the beginning where it gives you a bunch of story and then it lets you loose to pick on what activities you want to do, chasing down random missions and stuff. So game just started opening up a bit. I love the music. I love Miles's character animations that make him very unique to watch. Like he doesn't move like Peter Parker's Spider-Man. He moves like his own Spider-Man, especially in the air, and he looks like a younger, less experienced because he's like flopping around a little bit. He's not as graceful. He looks a little doofy sometimes. I like that. I appreciate that. It very, very good characterization through animation in that case. And then the first thing you notice when you're playing on the PS5 version is obviously, so like that save screen, the home screen where you start the game from is like he's on the subway. The first thing that happens when you load into the game is you can feel the controller, you can feel the vibrations of the tracks, the subway tracks underneath the car. It was so cool. I was like, you sexy little beast. The controller is so cool. Also,
it's unfair to call it a load screen. It's more of the PlayStation just took a deep breath.
It's like, it's a load screen because your human brain needs to process it. Not because the SSD does.
Yeah.
But
that
yeah,
makes sense.
It was so cool just feeling the subway car, feeling the in the controller that matches the tracks, and then you feel the buzz on the left back part of the controller because your phone's vibrating in your pocket. It's so cool. This controller is so freaking cool. So developers who take advantage of it, it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, don't put your controller on a table momentarily, like, and step away from your computer or your TV.
Right.
It's gonna be like.
It will be across the room. So that has been cool. But obviously my main focus, so I only did a couple hours of Sackboy and Astro and a couple hours of Spider-Man. My main focus since the thing came out has been Demon Souls. First time playing Demon Souls, because I never had a PS3, and I also didn't really watch much of Demon Souls. Like, I never watched anybody stream a full playthrough, so I am blind on a lot of the stuff. And so far, just to give you an idea of where I'm at in the game, I'm like not quite a third of the way through. Like, I'm getting close to being through a third of the levels, at least, because there's like five worlds with like 3 levels each, I think, if I remember that correctly. And I'm about to finish the 5th boss area that I've attempted. So I did Boletaria sections 1 and 2. So that's the Phalanx fight and the Tower Knight fight, both of which were very, very easy. I did the second world, the diggers place with the miners. That spider can eat my farts. That is when I started drinking. Saturday night is when I got to the spider. And then it got worse, because then I went to the third world, and it's literally like a Bloodborne, like proto-Bloodborne area with like the jail cell and the Cthulhu-looking mother fluffers. Not about it. It is creepy. They're just like ringing bells and like going around and sucking your face off, you know, the way you do. So I'm still working on that part. So I actually left there because it was a very long section and I was getting tired of dealing with Cthulhus. I don't know what they're actually called. I'm calling them Cthulhus because they got squid heads. And I went to the 4th area, the Shadow Men with like the silver skeleton enemies. And I killed the big fat guy whose name I don't remember. He's got like a meat cleaver in his side and a bird on his head and a big long tongue thing.
Where's Marco when I need him? Because he'd tell me who it is.
I found that boss way too soon, accidentally. Like, I cut out half the level because I fell.
What row?
I was trying. I saw a shiny thing. I'm like a squirrel. If I see a shiny thing, I need to get it. So I like vaulted over a wall. I managed to like throw myself over a wall to get the shiny thing, and then I could not get back.
That's probably not
exactly.
That was not a smart idea.
And I was carrying like 10k souls or something like that. I'm like, I don't want to just like die and lose these, so I'll keep going. There was like a cliff path I could follow, and then these like big manta ray things that fly around that area were just shooting green stuff at me, and I'm like, this is a bad place. This is a bad place. And then the next fog door I found was the boss room, and I was like, okay.
This is a very bad place.
This is a very bad place. So I literally just ran and prayed, and he died, and I didn't lose my souls. And then I actually restarted the level to do it the way you're supposed to pick up anything that I had missed from skipping half the level. There's also an optional Vanguard demon you can fight in the courtyard. So I went back and got him as well. So yeah, I finished 1-1, 1-2, 2-1, 4-1, and I'm almost done with 3-1, which is that creepy Latria Palace prison place with the Cthulhus. So I haven't gotten to the boss of that one yet, so I'm like almost done with 5 areas out of 15. And so far I'm really loving it. If I had to, like, I'm obviously not there yet, but if I had to rank it in terms of the actual Soulsborne games, I think it would, Dark Souls 3 is still my favorite. But this one I'm going to end up putting it above the Dark Souls remaster. The thing that I like about it the most, I think, and the thing that they haven't repeated in other games, and I can see why, because it's a very challenging setup, is the level design and the way that it works, because there are no just bonfires dotted throughout, which is obviously what they moved to when they went to Dark Souls with the bonfire progression. It's almost like a microcosm of a roguelike for every level, because if you die, you're going back to the beginning. You have to be able to complete the level, and there are shortcuts that you can open to make it more doable, to make it like just running to the boss so it's not ridiculous every time. thank God. Although, dragons are annoying, especially when they set you on fire.
That could be, that's a problem.
That's a problem. But actually, so far, running to the bosses hasn't gotten annoying for me yet. I might change my opinion on that later because I've beaten 4 bosses and I've killed 3 of them on the first try so far. The only one I didn't was the damn spider, hence the drinking. And then I was actually pretty drunk by the time I got to the Tower Knight and killed him. And at that point, I was like, all right, that was probably luck. I should not progress because I'm going to screw up my game. Let me try Astros while I'm a little buzzed.
Up is down, right is left.
Astros was harder, okay?
Forward is backwards.
Also, I was getting really mad. First of all, I was mad at the spider. Why does every Soulsborne and Souls-like game say, you know what people really like? Giant insects.
Giant spiders, and some of them are on fire.
They're always spiders. Neo is the worst offender. It has an entire spider level culminating in a spider boss. And if you include the DLC, 2 centipede bosses. 2. Why? I don't know.
Have you heard of a launch title called Spider-Man?
That's different.
That's a
He's not
man
gross.
who's a part spider.
But yeah, so the spider boss was definitely the only thing that's given me any serious trouble so far. And to be fair, the damn thing is walled in on 3 sides. So frontal assault is all you got, either ranged or melee. And it never stops attacking. It is always moving to its next attack sequence. So it was just a matter of finding moments to get up in its face because I'm not doing a magic build or a range build. So I'm doing my typical
Melee.
Dex melee build. I do like that Dex in this game not only increases your strength but also diminishes fall damage because that's built for me.
Yeah, gravity's it's not my friend, but I know it's not your friend.
I have
Matt
2
would love
great...
it. Matt would be dangerous to play with.
Yeah.
He did full decks and he'd jump off ledges where are you going? I
Hey,
can't
Follow
land.
me, and you go to follow him, and you're he's halfway down. Did you put the cat ring on? Shit.
Too late.
FYI for the listeners, the cat ring significantly negates fall damage in Dark
Or
Souls
just
3.
have a filthy Dex build.
Yeah, you can be a filthy Dex whore.
Yes, that's what I am. That is my life. Usually Dex build means dual wielding in a lot of these games, and dual swords are my kink. But
Are you using a shield or dual swords in this one?
this one
dual
I
swords?
am using
Dual
a
shields.
shield most of the time. Dual shield.
Shields.
Actually, in Dark Souls 3, you know how you can have a door as a shield?
Yeah, the doors.
You have the
yeah.
2 doors?
Yes.
No, I didn't do that though.
That you know that's a PvP meme, right?
Yes, I
there's
do.
there's a guy that we
Yes, I've been memed.
PvP with. They call him Eddie the Doorman because he uses the doors.
Yep.
And it's this is just ridiculous.
Super fucking annoying.
I won't fight him because I'm just it's just annoying. It's not fun. Bye.
Yeah.
So,
Speaking
anyway.
of PvP being annoying, while I was on my way to inebriated, so after the spider, but on the way to the Tower Knight is just a path where you run up the path and you can go underneath for parts of it, and the dragon is firing on you along this narrow bridge the whole time. I got invaded for the first time.
Uh-oh.
While drunk and pissed off post-spider.
Uh-oh.
I see this guy coming at me and I'm just I don't want to
I
deal
don't
with
need
you.
this right now.
So I
don't need this
literally
right now.
ran full tilt at the dragon. I'm he won't follow me through the dragon multiple times. He followed me through the dragon. He really wanted to fuck up my day. And he did. And I was good for you. Good for you that you have nothing else to do. I was literally going on a whole rant in my living
See,
room.
at that point, I would have just yeah.
Ugh. So yeah, that happened.
Sometimes people are the worst.
People are the worst. I'm I ran out of dragon. Does that not give you a signal I don't want to deal with you? It was you or a dragon that breathes fire. I chose the dragon.
But how cool would it have been if you ran at the dragon, didn't die, and then took him on and didn't die? I mean, maybe on the 3rd or 4th playthrough.
I was low-key hoping he would be dumb enough to get hit by the dragon.
Apparently not. He's probably put 600 hours into Demon Souls on PS3, and so he's just I know what I'm doing.
Oh, I could tell by his gear. He was way more far along than I was. So
Yeah.
I had no hope. I was just yep, go ahead. go ahead. Did that feel good for you? Felt great. Felt great for me.
How's your mom's basement? Sorry, it's just a terrible gamer joke.
But true. So yes, I'm very much enjoying Demon Souls. I think the level design is incredibly unique and an achievement. So far, most of the bosses have been the typical. So my problem with the Dark Souls franchise is the earlier the game, the easier the combat tends to be, particularly the boss fights. And then as you move towards Bloodborne and Dark Souls 3, which up the pace, most but not all of the bosses tend to become more of a challenge. There are some very gimmicky bosses in Dark Souls 3 especially that are not particularly challenging. But there are some very, very good bosses in Dark Souls 3. I think that's where that game really shines. Whereas earlier Dark Souls and obviously Demon Souls games really shine in the level design. It's like a weird meter that FromSoft plays with. So far, and the environments are just gorgeous. Everything about the damn game is so pretty. I was literally doing like close-ups on my character just to look at the scratches on the armor, the detail. The lighting is really good. The lighting in this game is really good, which is weird to say because Demon Souls isn't like such a pretty game, but it's such a pretty game.
Shout out Blue Point.
Yeah, they did a fantastic job. I haven't had any issues yet. Weird frame things, glitchy, nope, nothing. All smooth, all good. Yeah, solid stuff. Looking forward to doing more of it. It's gonna take me it's gonna take me a bit to beat it because I also kind of want to see if I can finish maybe Miles, which will be much faster than Demon Souls. Although, I mean, I'm almost a third of the way through the game, I'm guessing, if I'm through 5 out of the 15 areas almost. So, not bad.
Obviously gonna platinum it, right?
It's not an easy platinum. There's like a bunch of like, it's the usual BS where it's like find every ring and all this stuff.
Oh, farm stuff and whatnot.
Yeah.
You know what that is? For me, that's like, as soon as I see something like that, I'm like, all right, I'll wait like a year or two and then follow the trophy guide. like that's what I do. Like I'll play it to beat it and then follow the trophy guide once I'm done. You know.
And I am enjoying that this is a mostly blind playthrough, so I don't already know the stuff. Like some of the Dark Souls games before I played them, I watched other people play them. I did not see a playthrough of Demon Souls, so I don't already know all the like tricks and where all the stuff is. So
yeah, I'm avoiding it like the plague. Like I can't watch some of my favorite streamers because they're streaming it right now, and I mean they're loving it, which is great. But I won't watch them. And I think Richie, he gets it Thursday. I don't know if he's streaming it right away, but I told him I won't be in his stream for Demon Souls. I was like, because of spoilers, he's like, I'm going to get hit a lot and die a lot. Spoilers done. And I'm like, no, you know what I mean, idiot. But yeah, I can't wait to play it. I'm hoping to pick up my PS5 in the spring sometime. So
should be doable. Like Sony's going to put more units out because if they don't, that's money lost, and they want to make money. So.
Like my whole thing is like, I'm going to pick it up at the time when I could just walk into a store and get a digital version and not have to be like, oh, well, we only have physical. Okay, well, I'll come back when you have digital. You know, like I'm just I'll walk in and get what I want and be fine. And hopefully they'll work out some kinks in it. I mean, I waited a year to get the PS4, so I mean, it's not that big of a deal, really.
Yeah, and some people are having issues. We've generally, I think, been pretty good.
I haven't heard any from you guys, but you guys have been pretty good with the issues as far as I've heard. I haven't heard you guys call out anything while y'all are playing with us. I will have to say it's nice being able to party out with Jason and Jeff while they're on the PS5s, while I'm on PS4. Mm-hmm. Well, the vast majority of our party is usually on PS4, but that's pretty cool. Except also, go ahead.
No, sorry, you finish.
I was going to say, and unless Jeff and Jason go robot on me sometimes, which, their new party system, they got to fix it, put it back the way it was yesterday. Do it now. Like, it's so terrible. It's terrible.
Is it still that annoying if on the PS5 to set it up? Was going to be my question.
I don't know. I don't have a PS5 to set up the
but
parties.
Jason, you guys doing parties?
Annoying. I think it's more the app. They're like when I mean, granted, Moose is not always on vacation, but there was like Moose started a party chat. Moose started a party chat. Moose started a party. All right.
Well, there was also a point in time. So like one night, Jeff was like all robot honest and whatnot, and the problem is he would leave the party, but like so you have like a list, and like you stay on the list if you leave or you sign off, and so that when I come on or somebody comes on, they could start a party with the people on that list. So instead of having to like invite the same people all over and over and over again, it just creates a party out there that exists that you can join, and then everybody's notified that someone's started a chat. Well, Jeff would leave and it would kick him from that list. And he's like, I can't see the list. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm fighting Guardians in Breath of the Wild. So I have to go back from my switch over to my PS4, go back to the party and add him back in, like re-invite him. And he just kept getting dropped. And I was like, I have no idea why it's doing this, because he's logged off before while in the party or and been fine. And it's just a headache and a half. It's but
cool. It's convenient, but it's not. I think because you can use the app for voice chat is the thing.
Yeah, like Razzy's called in, Marco has.
So you don't need to be on the PS4. So I understand it, but the notifications, it's one of those things you can't just turn one out. It's all or nothing.
The reason I brought that up was because Jason sent a picture of it. He's like, all right, what's going on here?
Jeff left. Jeff joined.
Jeff left. Jeff, and he's like, okay, what's going on here, guys? And I was like, Jeff was trying to like leave the party and rejoin to see if it like fixed his audio issues. But yeah, anyways, it's
aside from the app though, it works well. Like it's nice. The party's already there. It's pre-form. I could check it. I could see.
Yeah. What I will have to say is nice about the parties, which y'all weren't there to experience, but Razzie invited one of his like childhood friends to the party, and he was talking to us through the controller, and he was coming in like crystal clear. Like the sound was really good. I mean, maybe it kind of sounded like he was coming from a speakerphone, but not quite. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't like a normal headset sound, but it wasn't like he's in the next room over, hidden behind a soundproof barrier or some shit. You know what I mean? Like it actually sounded really good. It had good sound quality. So I was like, hey man, worst case scenario, if you can't get a headset or your headset doesn't work, you just talk through the microphone on the controller, you know? So that was
also
cool.
That reminds me, so I talked through games I played. I did want to talk about the headset because I did pick that up.
Oh yeah. Yes. Let's cover this.
Yes.
I'm excited to hear these impressions.
Yes. I actually put a video out at like 1 a.m. last night on Twitter doing a quick summary, but I will give you guys the personal spiel. So
yes.
I did not have the gold headset or whatever was with PS4, so this is my first time getting the Sony consoles like intentional to be used with headset. It's also my first time getting a wireless headset for video games. I have like wireless earbuds, but like I love these headphones. They are awesome.
Yeah.
Everything I wanted them to be. So the wireless thing obviously is a huge quality of life improvement because I have wired ones. You can see it. This wire headset's my streaming headset.
On the shelf,
red ones for the red mod. And it's got a hidden microphone, dual hidden microphone, so there's no thing that swings down in your face that you're constantly bumping or whatever. The padding is super soft and super plush, and I have a teeny tiny ass head, and all headsets are too freaking big for me. This one fits. It fits.
Nice.
So instead of like that like adjustable, you know how like you can like pull earbuds up and down. Instead of that, it's got that like one size fits all like band that just sits on the top of your head separate.
Yeah, that's how our Steel series are. You can like pull it in to make it tighter. Or
no, this is just, it is static.
Oh, really?
It just forms to your head.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It is so nice. I literally, if I put those on right now and went like this, they would be in my chair. This thing stays on my teeny tiny round little head. I probably fit into kid size headphones better than I do adult ones. and these fit. I was so worried because you can't adjust them, but it actually adapts to whatever midget head you might have.
Nice.
It's great. And the battery life it lasts as long probably as the DualSense. The longest play session I had was about 6.5 hours, and it's still both the DualSense and the wireless headset had 2 out of the 3 battery bars left. I'm assuming it was less than 2 full bars. It was probably like half charge for the battery after about 6.5 hours continuous use. So that's awesome. So long as you charge between play sessions, you're totally fine. But speaking of the charger, it comes with the USB-C to USB charging cord. It comes with that. It comes with like an aux if you want to do like a manual plug-in for the sound. And it comes with the wireless adapter, which you got to put into the USB port, one of the USB ports on your PlayStation. The only thing it doesn't come with that I wish it did come with, and I mean, I have a bunch of extra ones lying around the house, so it wasn't an issue. It does not come with a wall adapter for the charger. It's designed to plug into the PS5 for the USB charger, but between the wireless receiver and the USB charger, that's 2 out of your 3 USB ports. So I wish it came with a wall block, because you've got, you might want to charge a controller on your console. You might want to have an external hard drive. You don't want to use 2 out of your 3 spots just for the wireless headset. So I do have that charging on a wall block instead of the console.
Yep. Same problem. I have the same problem. So I've got steel case, but it's the Arctic Pro wireless. It has a base station. On PS4, I plugged into the digital audio out and didn't have to use a USB port. There's no digital audio out on the PS5, so now the base station's got to go into the back. Second USB port on the back is the hard drive. Well, now what do I do with my PSVR breakout box? It's like, well, there's one in the front, but the front is really not great for plugging anything into permanently, because then it just doesn't look good.
Yep.
So they really could use more.
Yeah, or just provide the wall charger for you.
Yeah.
But I mean, I have a bunch of those lying around anyways that I'm not currently using, so I threw it on one of those.
But it still needs the transceiver, though, right?
Yes. You got to put the wireless. Yeah.
And that's
you have to use one USB slot for the headset, no matter what. At this current, well, you could, like I said, it does come with a wire. You could plug in manually, but that kind of defeats the purpose of buying a wireless headset.
True.
But yep, go ahead.
I was gonna say, does it? So I know I had the golds, I had the Uncharted 4 golds, and I think surround sound did not work to the fullest capability if I had it wired as opposed to Bluetooth. Do you lose like quality or like features if you go wired versus
I haven't tested it wired. No, okay. I don't know.
I was just curious.
Wireless. Yeah.
Okay.
But it is really good quality sound, especially for how cheap these headphones are. They're not an expensive set of headphones. What is it, like $70 or something like that? Yeah, 70, $80. Not bad price for the quality that you get. The volume's good, and they're designed to like give you like 3D awareness of your environment, so that's cool. It's been particularly helpful in Demon's Souls, but it's also been particularly startling at times in Demon's Souls, because I'm a little scaredy bitch, and if something sneaks up on me, I jump through the roof.
That's it. You got to stream Resident Evil 7. Let's go.
No, I don't play horror games. I streamed horror games one time, and I made Jess finish it for me. I don't like to be startled. Jump scares actually make me physically angry. So there's this place called Spooky World in New Hampshire, and it's like one of those outdoor like mazes and haunted house things that you can go through, and they hire people to dress up and try to scare you.
Yeah.
And it was dark, and I was watching my feet because the shit's not paved when you do the paths between areas. And this undead bride lady decided to get up in my face because I was not looking where I was going. I literally screamed the F word in her face and was ready to punch her because she got up and startled me. My fight or flight is literally to punch in face.
Wow.
You really don't want to scare me. There is no flight. There is punching in face.
That's funny.
That girl almost got decked.
Really? Yeah, that's why I don't go to those things either. Just like, nope, I'm good. Thanks.
No, I don't need any horror in my games. There's enough horror in the world. I'm good. So That's actually kind of why I left the Tower of Latria and went and fought the 4th area's boss, because I just needed a break from the creepy Cthulhu guys and the ringing bells and the prison area. It was also very late at night, and I was alone because Jess had gone to see her parents. I was like, I'm gonna play somewhere else. I'm gonna go somewhere else. Also, the music in that game, I should mention, is phenomenal. They re-recorded it with a live orchestra. Sex on a stick, so good.
Nice.
Headphones, great pair of headphones. I have literally no complaints about the headphones. The battery lasts, they are comfortable, they fit, which I was not expecting. They sound great. The buttons on it, I mean, you can do this on the screen, but it's really nice to just have the button on the earphone itself. You can prioritize game versus chat audio on a slider with the button on the headphone. You can obviously turn the volume up and down on the headphone. You can turn the mic on and off on the headphone. You can, for certain applications, make it so you can hear your own voice or not through the headphones. I'm trying to remember. There's a bunch of buttons on there. There's just a bunch of different things. And it's got a USB-C charging port in it. But yeah, I like that you can do the volume and the chat versus game audio right on the up down on the left earphone.
Okay. Nice.
Definitely a good buy.
Sex on a stick. Got it.
Sex on a stick.
Sex on a stick.
So I played Astro. I platinumed Astro. Like Jeff, I want to go play the VR game. I was blown away by how much I enjoyed this. I'm not a weirdo lefty, righty, up, down player, so it was fine.
Maybe you guys are all the backwards ones, and you just don't know that I'm right.
You listen. Keep telling yourself that.
Yeah. I beat Spider-Man. I am about an hour away from the platinum.
GG, man.
Thank you. Phenomenal. It's not so Miles has different gadgets, different suit upgrades, so it doesn't feel just like a reskin of Peter. I felt the boss fights in Spider-Man were too quick-timey. I didn't enjoy the boss fights were my least favorite part of that game. These boss fights feel really good, and I died a few times, and not because I missed a button prompt. I failed the fight. They're actual fights. It's not just, last long enough to hit the button prompt.
Yeah.
Story's really good. It's not long. Just mainlining it, when I say now I'm an hour away, I'm about 2 hours into New Game Plus. It's you could finish the game in under 4 hours.
So wait, question. When you beat the story of the game, does it automatically dump you to New Game Plus, or Can you just hang around and finish the content you didn't do?
So what's weird is you have to finish the story to unlock some of the collectibles.
Got it.
And what's cool is, and I think Moose was in the party, when you beat the game treats the rest of it as an epilogue. It's not one of those you beat it and then you're kicked back to right before the main mission. Yeah. They actually acknowledge that you finished what you had to, and this is what's taking place now. So it's kind of cool how they did it that way. You can also replay every mission from the menu. You can go back to the story missions and actually replay.
Good.
So there's
I didn't do the Rhino trophy where you smash into a bunch of stuff.
You can go right back to it.
Yeah.
But if you're going for the platinum, you might as well just wait till you get to New Game Plus, because you got to redo it.
That trophy you can trigger right at the beginning of the game, so it doesn't.
So the trophies hit 15 objects with Rhino. Apparently I had 14 the first time, because I loaded it again. The first object I hit, the trophy popped. I'm like, really? Really?
That's funny.
I was expecting to get all 15. I'm like, 1. I'm like, what? And then you could just abandon the mission and you go back to where you were.
I like that. Also, real quick, something you said reminded me that I like when you're talking about quick time events in this game, because it does have some. Right from the start menu, there's an accessibility tab where it's got at least some options for accessibility, which I like to see. Obviously, it's got like different size text for the subtitles. You can do different colors and backgrounds, but you can also do things like quick time events will autocomplete for you and stuff like that to make certain game mechanics
You could do
easier.
that, and you could do hold square to charge. So instead of tapping square, you can just hold it down, and it'll do the tap function for you.
Yep, there's a bunch of little things like that that make certain game mechanics a little bit easier to navigate for people who need it.
Yeah, there's not many. I mean,
yeah, it's like one page of options, basically.
Like from the first game with the whole, when you web the car to stop it, it wants you to push square to kind of...
Yeah.
The game, it's just really, it's a lot of fun. The story's good. You can watch a recap of the first game if you want, or skip it.
Which is cool.
It's helpful. It's been a minute. It's been a few years. So.
And the whole, they kind of integrated that app thing, like in the menu, like that whole social tab. They've expanded upon it. So Miles actually uses his phone to search, like people can call him, like that they need help with something. So instead of it just being like this social tab, like you can look like, hey, I saw Spider-Man, like Spider-Man took a picture with me. Like it's an actual, there's side missions you can access. Like, and you just scroll through and it shows like distance. So you could tell where you are. Like, oh, this one's right near me. Let me do this now.
Does seem like there's a million of them though. Like I just opened the app for like the first time. It's like 5 crimes in progress near you. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
There's only a limited number, and actually, when you complete, you have to complete them all. So it's not endless, but you can replay. But it's kind of cool. Like you can do each type, and like platinums. The only trophies I have left are just beating the game, basically.
I like it. Makes it easier to track where the missions are too, because you don't have to be like, I hope I come across the spot where it's going to trigger this. It just seems to be, especially with the crimes in progress ones, because I remember in the base game, like sometimes you'd just be swinging through the city and suddenly there'd be a car chase under you and you could fail to catch up to it in time or miss it, and you'd have to wait for that event to spawn in again. Now it's in your phone, logged.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, so a lot of fun. It's cool changing the suits again. They did the whole different, like everything, it's not a reskin. Everything's unique. Like combat's, it works the same, but Miles has a different power, so it acts differently. Phenomenal game. Don't know if there'll be DLC. It's like DLC to a DLC.
Yeah. So I kind of doubt it.
I mean, they could easily do stuff.
Yeah.
It's not hard, but like...
Well, Insomniac's doing a lot right now, and I guarantee they're already working on the next big Spider-Man game.
Yeah.
Also, I have to say, I hope, small spoiler, but when you start, Peter's in the game. So, and if Peter Parker being Spider-Man's a spoiler, I'm sorry. I hope there's co-op.
What?
I think it'd be so cool if there's co-op, because obviously in this game it's Peter's the AI, but if there's like co-op mode where you could play as Miles or Peter, like both of you playing, like I think that'd be so cool.
Real quick,
like that.
Thumbs up, thumbs down on Peter's new face.
I didn't. It like that because
whatever.
I'm like here. I liked the original face.
I'm kind of going this way. I liked,
I think they said to do it to match better to Yuri Lowenthal's voice. I'm like, so long as Yuri Lowenthal is still the voice actor, that's the main thing for me. I like him as a voice actor. He does a lot of things, and he does a lot of things very well. And you can just ignore it when he doesn't have the Spidey mask on. But he looks like a weird man-child now.
You see it so infrequently that I'm like, it's fine. You hear him more.
My thing is, he almost doesn't even look older than Miles is now,
and
he's supposed to be older than Miles is.
Yeah, because he makes a comment about he's been doing it for 8 years.
Yeah, and Miles is still a student. So Peter's got to be at least late 20s, and he could pass. Like, I would card him at a bar. Like,
No, it's definitely worth. Both games are worth playing, but this is a lot of fun. I'm probably gonna install the PS4 version to do the DLC finally.
It'd be interesting to see if you actually end up finding it not that enjoyable now that you've played this
It's
one.
possible.
Yeah.
It's not such a
Um,
great leap forward though that like the old one's gonna feel old. You know what I mean?
I think what's just gonna feel I feel the rest of Spider-Man I have left is just tedious. Just
Yeah, that's why I never did the DLC. I mean, people like the Black Cat stuff, but everything else, especially that Twitch person character, just seems very annoying.
yeah, I like the villains and just the fights in general. Everything was great in this one. So I upgraded Borderlands for free. Borderlands, so Michaela, you don't know, but Borderlands used to take about 2 to 3 minutes to load, right, Moose, Jeff?
Yeah.
It's about 10 seconds
Yeah.
to start the game. My only complaint, which I found out after, it's a different trophy set. It's brand new. And
Because it's the PS5 version.
and my complaint being it's more so because Watch Dogs did the same thing. It's a new trophy set. Borderlands I have the platinum. So if I have to get another platinum, fine. Watch Dogs though, if I load up the PS5 version, I'm gonna have the second half of trophies on one system and the first half. Like I'm gonna have to load the PS4 version onto the external and play that because it's a brand new trophy set.
So you can't get a continuous platinum unless you play the old version or redo the stuff on the new one.
It's a
That's
problem.
on Ubisoft.
Well, it's a problem with any PS4 game that gets a free upgrade to a PS5.
Apparently, it's creating new trophy sets for anything that gets an upgrade.
Somebody needs to fix that. That's
I mean,
annoying.
It's hard to say whether it's a developer issue or whether it's a Sony issue.
Yeah.
Like I remember Shadow of Mordor when they released the Game of the Year, and I think they did it for The Witcher. It created a different trophy set because it was a different SKU. But this is like, it's more disappointing because I want to continue where I was. I don't want the Borderlands DLC trophies in the PS5 version only and not and have the PS4 one incomplete.
Mhm.
So I mean, Borderlands, I have no problem doing another platinum run because I have the season pass, so there's more content I'm gonna get. But Watch Dogs, I'm done with the game. I have cleanup. I don't want to get those like 10 trophies and not have the platinum then. What else? So I installed Horizon Zero Dawn. Remember that infamous loading screen? 12 seconds.
Nice.
Hit continue. 12 seconds. I was in the game. I was like, wait, what? I wanted to exit and redo it. Like, wow.
Nice.
Loaded Remnant, super fast. Anything, and what's nice is you can move it to. I was talking to Jeff about it. Like, if you're playing a game, move it to your SSD. If you're kind of taking a break, move it to the external. Like, you can easily. If you're not mass moving anything, it's pretty quick. If you start moving like 5-6 games at a time, it could take a little bit. But it's a nice feature, and the SSD the loading is insane for some older games. I want to try Fallout 4 because that had a pretty bad load screen. But Borderlands looks amazing on the PS5 now. And
Is it a super noticeable difference?
Oh yeah, and I went from a base PS4, and I don't have a 4K TV, but I could tell the difference.
Yeah, when I loaded up Demon Souls, I could immediately tell. It was the first game I played. I didn't really talk about the graphical fidelity, but I bought a 4K TV last year in anticipation of this launch, and immediately I was like, there's so many frames and pixels going on here. It was awesome to play 60 FPS on a console for the first time. That was a really cool moment.
I've even noticed it on my second playthrough of Spider-Man. I put on fidelity. I did performance the first time, and I've noticed I mean, the game looks gorgeous either way, but
I started with fidelity because I want to see the lighting effects, and then I think I'll move to performance. Like that's one where I want to see it in both. Demon Souls, I've been playing it in the performance mode because it doesn't even have ray tracing or anything like that, so you're not missing out by trying to lock the frame rate higher at the sacrifice of like 4K or whatever. And like for Spider-Man, it's like you can go to 60 FPS, but you're not going to get like the ray tracing and additional lighting effects that they put in there.
yep, that's about it. Next up for me would be Sackboy or the Pathless. I'm gonna start.
Yeah, I was gonna say you were talking about that one.
I wasn't gonna start Spider-Man, but Jess had gone out the other day, and so Amelia knows when I get the PlayStation, she gets her Joy-Con because she gets the broken one. And I know Aria loves Spider-Man, so I just took that, and then like for 2 hours, they both it was the quietest they've ever been. They just sat on the couch and like, and I mean,
money well spent on the console.
My first playthrough took, I think 10 hours. So I mean, it's not a long game. So 2 hours in, that was a fifth of the way through. So I was like, all right, well, might as well finish it now. But goal with this generation: start a game and finish it, then get rid of it. None of this start a game and then revisit playing Ghost Recon several years after release. Ghost Recon also loaded. I tried that. That loaded. That wasn't a bad loading, but that was really, you notice it right away.
Yeah, I'm going to be interested to see with Sackboy, because you can co-op the thing from beginning to end, the whole thing. I get interested to see. I haven't really seen whether if it's drop in, drop out. Obviously, it'd be cool for us to play the entire game together, but if it's not possible,
that's not realistic because
right.
Jason never sleeps. So
Jason never
you're
sleeps,
an old man,
and then I get and on the weekends I get to play for a longer period of time. So
I mean, that's true. Like you catch up on the weekends, but
let's do it with Spider-Man. Like Spider-Man, when I was playing Saturday, I think Moose logged off around 10:30, and I was playing, and I'm like, I'll play a little longer, and then it's like 4 a.m. Oh, this is the end. All right. Well done.
Well, there it is, ladies and gentlemen.
I literally got to the point. I was like, all right, once I finish mission complete, I'll go to bed. And it literally popped up. If you continue, you cannot go back till the end. I'm like, oh, I'm here. No, we're done. We're to finish this now.
Yeah. I've invested too much time. Let's go.
No. It's like at this point, it's like 3:30. I'm like, no. Might as well just go all the way at this point.
Yeah.
No, I do want to try co-op and see if it's dropping like that. But I think with Sackboy, they showed in that reveal, you can do different missions at different points. So it'd be kind of cool if you could just jump in and out different parts in co-op.
Yep. And there's definitely co-op specific levels and things of that nature. So, and I would bet there are probably going to be some co-op trophies.
Got to go to the PlayStation Store and download all 75 Sackboy add-ons with all the different costumes that I'm sure they released.
Yeah, supposedly there's 60 different costumes total.
I was close with my guess.
Why didn't they just put it in a pack?
Well, this is what's crazy is that the kind of upgraded versions, like 70 or 80, I can't remember. It comes with 4 costumes, but it's I just don't know. It's it's like $2.50 per costume.
No, I'm good.
Can only wear one at a time.
The worst instance ever of that was PlayStation All-Stars. All the DLC every character had 2 costumes, and there was like 30 characters. And to download, like on the Vita, you had to go to the store, hit download, go back to the store, scroll through the whole list, hit download. And you'd be lucky if the Vita store didn't time out.
Yeah.
PlayStation's like, Sony's like, here's a Vita. We're not going to treat this like anything but a redheaded stepchild. Have fun.
That's the truth.
Well, that's what we've been playing. News this week. Ubisoft
I think we should get the big one out of the way first, if you don't mind. Kingdom Hearts Melody of Memory came out on Friday.
I was going to get there. You didn't let me read the email. Now you ruined it. You know, there was a format to this. Fine. We got
there was a point where you used to be a fun.
I want to get in front of the joke.
So we got an email from one of our listeners, Angela. Jeff, you know Angela from Fathers of Grind and Next Gen or whatever. I don't know. I can't. You change podcast names and it's like... Dear Story Route Zero host, hope you're well, managing to keep your sanity. Some of you are fans of the Annapurna interactive games like Kentucky Route Zero. In your opinion, would you consider the upcoming physical bundle of 8 games worth $200 price tag, or is it overpriced? Did you happen to look it up, Moose?
I have not looked at the games. I don't...
Is it just physical copies of the games, or is there additional stuff like in there, like art and stuff like that?
My guess is there would be.
I would think that there would be.
Let's see what it is.
That's the question. What else is in? What games is it, and what else is in there with the physical editions of the games?
Yeah, because if it's just physical editions of the games,
is there art? Are there soundtracks? What's going on?
So it comes with Donut County, Wadham, What Remains of Edith Finch, Sayonara Wild Hearts, Kentucky Route Zero, and Outer Wilds. And Telling Lies and Gora Gora are in it.
okay.
Comes with a forward from the publisher's founder, exclusive statements from the creators. It's really just it's a fancy box set. Like it's like nicely done. It's not just like a giant PS4 case. Like it's got like it's like a Blu-ray set, like with the sleeves. They're all labeled.
Yeah, but there's like she said, there's no like artwork or anything.
It doesn't look like it. There's like maybe an interview, but I don't know.
Not for me. I'm good.
8 games, and you know what? If it was like Arcane Studios, $200 probably be worth it. You're getting games like Dishonored 2, Prey, and nothing against Annapurna, but most of these are indies.
Yeah.
I mean,
they're not particularly expensive, or they're
15.
free in some cases. Like Edith Finch was a PS Plus title not that long ago.
I mean, I think the most is like $20.
Yeah.
I mean, sure, 8 games, $20, 160.
Some of them are really, really good games. But some of them are even underrated games, like Sayonara Wild Hearts.
These also aren't brand new titles, so they're not $20 anymore. I don't know if you're
especially with
fan,
Christmas sale coming.
Some of them do have a really big cult following, which is where you get your money on these collector's edition things. Anyways, though, like Edith Finch and stuff like that, there are people who are really dedicated to some of these games. But I'm also thinking about like what would limited run charge for like one of these or a pack of these or something like that. And I do think 200 might be a bit steep.
If you're a big fan of all the games,
yeah,
or a majority, 200's not bad. But like, say you just like Outer Wilds and you don't like the other, it's obviously
it's stupid expensive for that.
If you're a fan of the majority, it looks nice. Like, you guys should Google it after. It looks nice. Like, it'd be a nice addition if you collect physical. But I don't. You'd have to be a fan of at least 5 to 6 of the 8 games.
Yeah.
She said it was overpriced, but It's
Yeah,
been a
we
while
agree
since
with you, Angela.
it's been a while since Bloodborne has been mentioned. And has Michaela given in and got Kingdom Hearts Melody of Memory?
People don't even know me. Be making this joke now. I don't know what it is, but every time I do something media related, people start fake rumors about me. This happened when I was a streamer as well. There was a rumor that I hated Nintendo, and I used to stream with a freaking GameCube controller on my head to prove I was not anti-Nintendo. Always happens to me. I don't know why.
I think you should just give in to the rhythm game. Rhythm is a dancer.
Yeah. Rhythm is a dancer.
I don't dance. Don't ask me.
Also, Haiku is amazing, and I'm looking forward to seeing how this new season will turn out.
That's an anime, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or what is that? Yeah.
Was it Matt who brought that up?
Probably, yeah. He's the one watching anime that I know of. I don't think I've heard Michaela mention it or you, so it's got to be him.
What's an anime?
What's an anime?
It's that weird cartoon stuff from the East. It's good stuff. I just never got into it. So
Ubisoft Montreal was the victim of swatting.
Yeah.
Yep. Swatting never dies.
I did want to say I saw a rumor that Elden Ring might be at the Video Game Awards.
I would like that to be true.
I could see it being true.
Apparently, Phil Spencer played a large amount, and it said it's Miyazaki's most ambitious project ever.
Good
That's
on him,
a vague compliment, though. Like, ambitious can, like, if you don't,
Yeah, it's ambitious.
it's like he tried to do a lot, but maybe didn't execute it. Like that, that is a weird compliment to me. I'm not quite sure what that means.
The only problem is Miyazaki hitched his horse or his buggy to the horse that is Railroad Martin, who's just going to die before they finish the story, and he's just going to have to finish it himself, which he should have just skipped that step and just been like, I'll write it myself, you know?
Yep.
I mean,
That's
hopefully
probably
George does not pass
MIA
away
for
anytime
2
soon.
years.
I don't wish illness on anybody, you know what I mean? But it's
Yeah.
just, we know he's up there and he takes forever to write his books.
Really?
I'm not even a fan of the books, and I know he takes forever to write the books, and it's like, dude, how are you going to finish a video game?
To be fair, he's got a lot of pressure with the books because the TV show ended so poorly, so he's got to make sure the books
He
make
could have
up for
finished
it.
the book before the TV show ended.
True.
He wrote spin-offs instead.
Yeah. The other news, Capcom was hacked pretty badly.
Yes, their data was stolen. Personal information for
Personal
employees,
project code names.
project code names, financial records, I think, like financial reports for the company, but no personal information in terms of credit card stuff.
You know what the worst part is? A lot of these hacks you hear about the video game companies, people just do it for fun. It's like
Sometimes.
I'm not saying all the
it
time,
is-
but a lot of times it's just, hey, for funsies, I did it.
Yeah, sometimes it is that, but also hackers, it's a pretty lucrative business. Something I write about for my day job. I work in a marketing company, and my markets that I cover are network and security. And ransomware is one of the fastest growing lucrative businesses in the world, which is just gross and disgusting. So some people make big profits off of this. This could be corporate espionage. You never know. This is weird stuff that I don't understand people. I don't understand people who are like, you know what I'm gonna do for a living? Be an asshole. That's what I'm gonna do.
And Alana Pierce is now a writer at Sony Santa Monica.
Mm-hmm. Pretty awesome.
Big congrats to her.
Congratulations to her. I wonder if she's going to write on God of War 2 or future projects.
Probably
Santa Monica,
future
do they
writer.
usually work on 2 things at once, or they kind of like a one game studio? It's what it felt like with God of War. They might have had another project going, and then they canceled it or scrapped it or something in the early dev and moved sole
I think
focus
they're one
They did. They had two games going on, and then they canceled.
Scrapped one.
Yeah. And switched over to God of War. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how big they are staff-wise, but I think they generally.
They're almost like
one.
2 team size, I thought, and they might be 1.5 now because they might have trimmed off a little bit because didn't they have layoffs not too long ago?
Have you guys watched that Raising Kratos documentary?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They
some
went
of
through
it.
Some crazy stuff like with personnel. They were moving offices at the time. So I don't know exactly what their staff.
Yeah, I think they moved mid development.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Corey Barlog's probably a blast to work with.
He's probably have you seen his Twitter? He's definitely insane.
Oh, he's insane. There's no doubt. Him and Neil Druckmann. Druckmann's pretty insane too.
Druckmann's hilarious too. They're both.
You pretty much have to be insane to work in the video game industry.
Pretty much.
But I think that was about it. A few Xbox went up in smoke. A few PlayStations died.
Did you see the tweet from Xbox? I think they literally said, "We didn't think we had to say this, but please don't blow your vape smoke into your Xbox."
Yeah. Pretty funny.
What?
Apparently KFC threw shade at Cyberpunk because of the delay, because they were launching the KFC console.
That's funny.
Oh my god.
And Fall Guys is doing a collaboration with Snoop Dogg.
Oh, Jesus.
I guess, so Snoop Dogg tweeted at them, "Yo, throw me a DM." And like in Fall Guys fashion, they got like super excited. Like, "Oh my God, we just did.
Oh my god.
Nice. I feel like that game kind of, like it went up, it was skyrocketing, and now it's kind of like, it came back down. I mean, it hasn't like, it's not like a roller coaster and just went into like oblivion, but it's not as popular.
Yeah, it got really hot really fast.
Yeah, and then kind of,
and then Among Us kind of took some of the attention off of it from that like indie space. Because of Twitch. Unrelated, but did we cover Neo? Did we talk about that?
No.
Neo Collection.
Go right ahead.
Announced Friday the 13th. So they announced a bunch of stuff. They announced the release date of the third and final DLC for Neo 2. They announced that on February 5th of next year, they are releasing a bunch of stuff. So the Neo Collection, which is 1 and 2 complete games together, Neo Remastered, and Neo 2 Remastered, complete editions, all that good stuff. For the PS5, if you have Neo and Neo 2 and any DLCs, you can get the free upgrade, I believe, for any and all of them on PS5. They are targeting 120 FPS. I believe it's all free upgrades. And then the PC version of Neo 2 will release at the same time because that's not out yet. But they did do the PC treatment with the complete edition of the first game. They're doing the same thing with the second game.
That'll be really nice for people.
Yes. Trying to think if there was anything else. I think that was all the big stuff. Third DLC, complete editions, remastered editions, free upgrades, PC version, February 5th, 2021, which is coming up sooner than you'd think. It's kind of bizarre how just smoke 2020 was. It feels like this year didn't happen. So.
Oh, and then video game recipe wizard Victoria Rosendahl has made real life Bugsnax.
Nice.
Ugh.
Yum, get some.
Well, that's about it. So, Moose.
Bye.
At Story Route Zero, we have some cool friends who do some cool things, and I'd like to tell you about them. Phoenix Overdrive uses the power of games and gamers to help heal sick kids through the charity Extra Life. Phoenix Overdrive fundraises for Children's Miracle Network hospitals all year, every year, and the fund culminates in a 24-hour gaming marathon. Find out more about their events and projects online via Facebook at facebook.com/Phoenix Overdrive or on Twitter and Instagram at @PHX_Overdrive. You can also join the Facebook group of Pawn Stars at facebook.com/groups/PONation in order to share and discuss all the latest in nerd culture. They've also got a podcast, Nerd Overdrive, which you can see weekly at youtube.com/Phoenix Overdrive. You can also catch it on Facebook Live or twitch.tv/PHX_Overdrive. That podcast is also published on Apple Podcasts, Google Play, and Stitcher. You want merch? They got merch. Merch can be ordered from tinyurl.com/PHXODmerch, a portion of which goes to their fundraising efforts. Join the nation and be a hero to sick kids, as El Capitan Rey Osorio, Lee the Maestro, and Becky, the lovely queen of the guild, always say, #Rise Above. Thank you for listening to Story Route Zero. We hope you have enjoyed your time here as much as we've enjoyed having you. Once again, questions, concerns, complaints, pictures of pets, or favorite recipes can be sent to storyroute0@gmail.com. You can yell at us on Twitter @StoryRoute0. Rate us and review us on iTunes, YouTube, or wherever you may have found us, as it helps with discoverability. If you'd like to hit us up individually, you can find Moose Cool @Sven, that's SVHENN on Twitter, PSN, Instagram, and of course Twitch, streaming games. You can find Jason Marshall writing at obelisk.co. You can also find him on Twitter @GimpyJ with 2 Y's at the end, as well as PSN, Instagram, and Twitch. He also has his own website, whereisthepausebutton.com. You can find Michaela Crescione doing all sorts of writing at obelisk.co, as well as on Twitter @RedXMaud. My name is Matthew Keel. You can find me everywhere I'd like to be @infinite_rewind. That's Twitter, that's Instagram, that's Twitch, that's PSN, and I also have my own website, infiniterewind.com. Be sure to check us out at all the places. You are always welcome, and you will always have a seat waiting for you on this ride. Thank you for listening, but for now, it's back to the real world for us. So we will see you on the next one.